Yes, people. It's your Uncle Pat here. Welcome back to another episode of Clippers Off Podcast. This is where we turn our clippers off. Today we've got a special guest, but before I tell you about our guest, don't forget, if you're new to this channel, like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. Tell a friend to tell that friend to tell another friend to tell that friend down yassa, to tell that friend up yassa to subscribe. Yeah? So today we're going to be talking to my guy LJ. He struggled with cancer from the age of 19 years old. Yeah? So without further ado, I'm bringing on my guy LJ. Just like this. LJ, big spot. Thank you for coming on. I mean, talking about a bit about your life. I mean, it's not easy to talk about stuff like this.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But when you can, like, sharing is caring. Each one teach another one. You know what I mean? So other people can learn from this podcast and try and move forward with their life. Yeah. So LJ, tell me a bit about yourself. First of all, state your name.
My name's LJ. I'm 26 and I'm a cancer survivor. Also known as Lejar, that's my creator name. But like.
What do you mean by creator name?
So that's like, you know how you got a stage name, you know? You got a little stage name.
Mm.
That's kind of my stage name. That's my that's when I do a lot of my creative projects. I'll call myself Lejar.
Okay.
No, it's also my Instagram handle. So it's Lejar2 TU at the end.
Yeah. So where do you get that Lejar from? Where does it come?
Actually, it's LJ.
Yeah.
But then I was trying to find the simplest way to like make it interesting.
Mm.
So I just decided, what's the easiest thing I can do? I literally thought about doing A.
Yeah.
One in between the L and the J, and then two on the end, and it's just created Lejar. I was like, you know what? That sounds like I was always trying to find like a cool YouTube name when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And Lejar just stuck. So
that sounds like a name that you guys can name your son.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good name. Sounds like a strong name. So tell us a bit about yourself. Where was you growing up and stuff like that?
So where I grew up, I was born in the Philippines.
Okay.
So when I was first born, I was born in the Philippines, and I stayed there for a couple of years. Until I was 3 years old. Then I moved to the UK, and I ended up in South London in the area called Croydon. And some people know where Croydon is.
Yeah.
Very multicultural area.
Yeah.
Super just like very culturally in tune with mostly like African, Caribbean roots.
Yeah.
And then, I was kind of an enigma in that area. I was like, oh, he's the Asian in that group of in a fully black community.
Okay.
And it was just like, it really kind of shaped me growing up, you know what I mean?
Did you click with the black community?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I was like, also, it was one of those things, it was like when I grew up, I was in a predominantly black school.
Yeah.
All throughout secondary school, all throughout college. Like, literally, I lived in Croydon. And it was just something that was just, honestly, if anything, it gave me so much perspective in life.
Yeah.
And I think it's given me so much
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
If anything, you know what I mean? To know about other people's cultures, to understand people from, especially like from the West Indies.
Yeah.
And like my best friend's from Jamaica.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where it's like it's deep to my heart how in tune I was with people from that community.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Because I used to do a Filipino stick and knife fighting. I was going to go
Kali,
there. I was going to go there one time. I was looking at pictures of the Filipinos and like they had thick lips and like some of them had dark skin. I'm thinking,
their roots, though, that's the thing. The roots of the Filipinos, if you go far back, the ancestors, all black.
Yeah.
If you just look at ancestors of the Filipinos and you look at the pictures, they're literally.
Yeah. But it shows in the features as well.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You know
so when you was like younger and growing up, like, what was your niche? What was you doing? Like, was you in the music scene? Was you?
No, but you know what? I was that weird kid, innit? Like, I was like, I enjoyed what I enjoyed. You know what I mean? I had my own thing about life.
Yeah,
I
your
just
own
went,
niche.
I just enjoyed my own company.
Yeah.
So like growing up, I was a bit of the weird kid. So I keep to myself. I enjoy what I want to enjoy,
Yeah.
and that was it. So a lot of the time, people would try to test me, So people try to bully me, like especially when like you grow up in Croydon. It's my school predominantly was 90% black,
Yeah.
5% white.
Yeah.
It might have been less than that, 5% Indian,
Yeah.
3% white,
Yeah.
and then I was literally the 1% because I was like one of the only Asian kids. I'm pretty sure I was one of the only Asian kids
Yeah.
when I first got in there.
Yeah.
That was the entire school,
Yeah.
and obviously, I looked like a target. I was a hella small Asian kid,
Yeah.
but man, I had a temper, bro.
Yeah.
If you like, I had a big temper, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So if someone would really try to press me
Yeah.
and try come for me,
Yeah.
even though I would switch in a heartbeat, bro.
Yeah.
You're taller than I thought you'd be.
Ain't gonna make no difference, mate. You know what they say about the bigger they are, didn't you?
And it was just like it didn't seem like I would do that
Yeah,
because I'm small.
yeah.
I was like probably what 5'1" or something.
Yeah.
Like, running around, little Asian kid,
Yeah.
voice didn't even break just yet.
Yeah.
But I had a temper, man. So people would be like, oh, he's a bit unpredictable because
Yeah.
I don't, because you know, if I push you down the stairs when you know what's watching, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my fault. That's you did it to yourself.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how I
yeah.
saw it, you know. So I think that gained me a little bit of respect
Yeah.
when I was growing up, and it gave me a little bit of a leeway into becoming who I am now. It's like I didn't feel as if I had to fear anyone or if I had to be afraid to be myself because
So-
I made sure I
Yeah.
could be myself. Yeah.
So your strength was there for a purpose. Your strength was your strength when you was younger was actually getting you ready for one of the hardest fights
100%
in your life.
100%. Yeah.
Do you mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's that's what I say to my daughter as well. Sometimes all the time that you know your strength. You go through hard stuff. God, the ancestors only put you through hard stuff if they know you can handle it, and they only put you through hard stuff to bring it. So if you come out the other end, you got a story to tell.
Yeah.
So how close was you to God before your life came to a crash?
You know, like I was very, like obviously my family grew up Catholic and Christian as well. So like, religion was a very big thing in my household.
Yeah.
So, you know, my grandma is very religious and she's very spiritual. And then I was kind of in tune, but obviously I wasn't as in tune as her. You know, it's like kind of like I was there, and you know, you're a third party to God in a sense. Like you know all the prayers. You go to church, but then you're not present.
Of course.
And then obviously going to the situation that I ended up in. I think that definitely became a catalyst to me being a lot more in tune with God.
Yeah.
Not wholly, comparatively to where I am now.
Yeah.
But I definitely, during my situation with, with my circumstance with cancer, I definitely did get a lot closer.
Yeah. So when did your life come to that crash? When did you get the call that talk me through the journey a little bit,
Oh man. So my cancer journey was interesting, man. Like I remember, basically there was a situation where I just started getting tired. You know, I was at college. I was stressed out about completing, my coursework. It was my last year. I didn't really have any idea of what I was finishing. I was kind of like going on it on autopilot, and I wanted to get into uni. So I was kind of stressing out, and I was doing a lot of bad habits in a sense. I was like, staying up really late to try to finish this coursework, not getting enough rest. I was drinking energy drinks, trying to stay awake to be proactive, but ultimately it kind of backfired on me. So after doing all this during college, it was that then me finding out, okay, I'm getting super tired now.
Yeah.
Every single day that I wake up, I'm really fatigued.
Yeah.
I'm super lethargic. I can't even go to college without feeling completely exhausted at the end of the day. Yeah. And then I started noticing how long I'd be sleeping. Like the second that I got home from college, now I'm straight asleep, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I sleep, wake up at 9.
Yeah.
in the morning, and I'm like, why am I sleeping like 18 hours, like 16 hours?
Your body's trying to.
My body doesn't even know what's going on, so I'm just out. And I'd wake up, I'm like, I'm still tired. I go to college the next day, I'm still tired. And I'm like, I'm sleeping like 18 hours, what's going on? And this must have gone on for about like 2-3 weeks. And all of a sudden I started noticing this huge lump. And it was growing outside of my collarbone. So you see here, where this part here is now.
Yeah.
There's a scar there now, but basically it was just this massive lump.
Yeah.
Almost the size of like a golf ball, right?
Wow,
and it's protruding outside of my neck.
And how old was you?
I was 19.
19
years old. And I'm like, what is this, bro? And I didn't know anything about this whatsoever. I was just kind of like bewildered that there's something growing outside my neck, and it's just kind of getting bigger and bigger as the weeks go by. So
did you deny it? Did you try to deny it? Do you know the lump was there, but did you try to say, oh, it's nothing, it'll go down?
Initially, I thought, you know what, I thought it's a minor, it's probably just like tense or whatever. Then a couple of weeks go by and it's getting even bigger, so then it's kind of hard to deny something that's like staring at you in the face, right? Then I'm like, okay, cool, this is getting a bit mad, like, I don't even know what's happening in this circumstance.
Yeah.
Then I decided to actually go to the doctors about it, because now it's been piling on the hours of weeks that I've been like feeling like this, fatigueness and all that, and the lumps getting bigger and bigger as the day goes by. And I said, okay, let me go to the doctor. So I go to my local GP, and it was a walk-in. Then the doctor, he calls me into the doctor's office. He's looking at it, he's just feeling it. He's like, I'm not too sure what it is. I'm gonna have to send you to get a biopsy to kind of really unravel what is going on in your neck. Then I think that was maybe about 2 weeks later.
What was the fear like when you saw that thing in your neck here? What was the fear between one being you wasn't even bothered by it, 10 being flipping? Oh, what's that?
I was one. I didn't know what it was at all. I was just like, oh, like my whole vibe was all just like, I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna check it out to get it checked out.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah. What about mum?
And she didn't even know. She didn't even know.
Dad?
No. I don't have a dad. Yeah, I never grew up with a father.
Oh, okay.
So it was like one of those things.
Single
it was
parent?
like, yeah, my mum was a single parent.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, I'm just gonna get this checked out for myself just to double check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I went to the doctors. You know, he told me go get this biopsy in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks go by, and then I go and get this biopsy, and then, take a little sample out my neck, click, and then boom, comes out. They're like, we'll contact you when we get results.
Yeah. So what was that time between the biopsy and you getting your results? What was you thinking? Was you losing weight? Was you losing sleep?
Man.
Was you scared?
I was, you know what, during this time I was like very, very inspired by the fact that I had just, I'd just done my coursework, I've gotten all my things done. This is like, it's just going to be a passing by moment, like maybe I'm ill, right? I'm just feeling a little ill. So I'm just thinking I'm getting into uni in a couple months. I'm going to be fine. It's been probably a couple of weeks. I mean, I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go to uni. I'll be enjoying myself. I think I was just in this state of just pure
denial.
It was denial, but it was also the unawareness.
Yeah.
I think denial would come when I was like a little bit later down the line. But I think it was more so just the unawareness of it all. It was just like, I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna get it checked out, and then I'll see what it is when the doctor actually tells me, right?
Yeah.
So then obviously the biopsy has been done. They've gone and sent it off to the lab, and the lab checks it out. And I think maybe like 7 or 8 days later, they send me an email or they send me a call or a text or something like that, and they were like, we need you to come into the
ASAP.
into the doctor's office, urgently.
Yeah.
Me being me, you know what I'm saying, I'm a bit blasé. I go, sure. I didn't even show up to the appointment.
Oh my days.
Because that's how, like, I just couldn't, I was just like, I think I was with my girl at the time.
Yeah.
And we just, you're young, you're stupid, you're just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, because I missed it, they bailed me up again and say like, look, you need to come in on Friday now.
Yeah.
Because I think it might have been on like a Tuesday or a Monday or Tuesday, and they
Yeah.
were like, you need to come in. I was like, oh, okay, fine. Why not? I'll go in anyway. So,
Yeah.
you know, I told my girl during that time, and she was like, okay, then we'll go together. So Friday rolls by,
Yeah.
and they're like, okay, come in,
Yeah.
get your ticket, we'll do your observations. So they get my blood pressure, they get, you know, my heartbeat, and they check my oxygen and all this, and my height and my weight and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then I begin the kind of process of like sitting down, get my ticket for the doctors, waiting, and then I'm just sitting there. And obviously I'm chatting with my girl here, and I'm just like, yeah, blah 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 blah. You're young, innit? You're just like, you're not really.
You don't think.
You're not viewing
Yeah.
life in
Yeah.
the sense, oh, could be something crazy.
Yeah.
This is a life-changing
That's what
event.
thing like young people. They walk around like they've got a spare life in their pocket, and
Yeah,
they
bro.
one life, just put another one in their
Trust,
pocket, and they're good.
Bro, I'm
Don't
telling
go
you
like
now.
that. Yeah.
So obviously I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm gonna be blessed. It's no
Yeah.
stress in it. Doctor calls me in now, and I sit on these seats,
Yeah.
and I remember the girl. She sits on the left side, I sit on the right, so I'm directly facing
Yeah.
the doctor, and he's just like, so unfortunately, we've got some results that we have to tell you.
Unfortunately, that word there. What did you?
So he says it like this. He's like, so LJ, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, so I'm afraid to say you have leukemia. Now, mind this, I don't even know what this is. So I start laughing. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What's this?
No way.
What's a leukemia? I literally remember saying to him, what is leukemia? What's leukemia? And it was like, he kind of had to recompose, you know what I'm saying? He didn't expect me to react like that. And obviously this girl's bawling her eyes. I'm like, what? I'm not correlating the responses right now, you know what I'm saying? She's crying. I'm like, what? What's this? And he's like, Audrey, you have cancer. And I was like, damn, this is a lovely Friday. You just ruined my Friday. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what?
Did you say it to him?
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just like, this is a nice Friday, you know, it's sunny. Yeah, Friday was sunny, you know what I mean? I was hoping on getting like some real nice food today.
Oh, man.
And like literally now this girl's bawling her eyes out. I'm sitting here wondering and bewildered of what you just said.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, so we're gonna have to admit you into hospital in the next 2 weeks, and then
Next
boom,
2 weeks?
Next 2 weeks. Because it was
Not straight.
straight because it was like my
We
cancer.
say pew, but we say pew much.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, you're going right there, bro. You're going right there. And I was like, bro, and that space of two, like, it shook me. That was really what shook me.
That's when it came.
Yeah, I think it shook me there where I was like in 2 weeks, my life is completely gonna change.
Yeah.
Like, utterly, like, everything that I've been doing right now, the life that I've been living, the aspiration to go to university. I gotta tell my lecturer, look, I'm not coming in because I've got cancer.
What about my mum?
I didn't tell mum yet.
Oh, okay. Come on.
I didn't tell mum yet. Actually, she was probably one of the last people to tell.
Come on.
Yeah, man. So, it was a situation where, like, now, I have been given this ultimatum. And it's not something that you can go, I can change this like in the next 2 minutes. No. This is an ultimatum for life.
Yeah.
Or death.
Yeah.
And I was like, bruv, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is actually.
Because you're only
mad.
19 years old, bro.
Yeah, I'm 19 years old, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking to myself, this doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? I've been young, like, I was like, before cancer, I was skating all the time. I was always in London.
Yeah.
I was always going buying clothes and doing fashion and trying to be active and always going out in the UK and just trying to adventure. You know what I mean?
Never stopped straight.
Never, yeah, just like, boom, straight into you do nothing. You sit there, you lay there.
Yeah.
And it was just like, almost like, wow, like, now I've got my life in control. My life isn't in control of me.
Yeah.
Or I'm not in control of my life anymore.
Yeah.
You know, someone else dictates
Yeah.
each and every little thing that I do for the next however many months.
Right.
Yeah.
So, talk me through the part with your operation. What happens
Operation.
after
Oh, like my treatment.
that? Yeah. What happens after that? I mean, did you tell your mum before your treatment, or did you?
So no, I told her before. You know, I told everyone, like all my family, when they found out, they thought I was bloody joking because I make a lot of jokes. I'm just like,
you seem like
I was just like, yeah,
we're having a serious conversation, man. Man's making me laugh, bro. It's not a joke.
I was like to my aunt, I was like, auntie, and this is the first day. I was like, Tia Mary.
She's like, what?
I was like, I got something bad to tell you.
She's like, what do you mean?
I was like, yeah, I went to the doctors.
Okay.
Yeah, I got cancer. she's like,
You're shitting me. I was
like, no, I got cancer.
what?
And she thinks I'm fucking chatting rubbish as well. I don't know. Nah, they said I got leukemia.
What?
And what's really weird is like, she was just like,
No, that's not real.
I was like, yeah, I got cancer.
Wow.
I was like, it is what it is, innit? And she was like, yeah, I got 2 weeks. And then she's like,
What?
and obviously she's like,
Where are you? I was like,
I'm at my girl's house. I'm eating jollof rice.
You need psychiatric evaluation.
So what about your girl? Did she like?
Oh, that's a whole can of beans, bro. That's
Right,
a whole
okay.
can of beans.
Okay.
Like, let's just say that's why she's the past. You know what I'm saying? She's a ex. You know?
You're leaving right now. You gotta go.
There's no reason, but basically, yeah, it was just kind of it was a big kind of shift. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I was a whole simp during that relationship. I didn't. When you're young, yeah, you think to keep a girl, to have a girl is like you do everything, you change everything about yourself to think. But then, you know, for me, it was just like I was doing so much and I was receiving so little in terms of like emotional value. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything against her. It's like you're young, innit?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like what happened was there was a purpose, there was a reason for those things to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was, you know, she was there, and it was like she was there for a lot of those moments. But then it was kind of like she kind of, as my cancer journey progressed, she kind of faded out as well. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it's just one of those situations.
So take us through the treatment. What happened? Like, take us through the treatment when you got on the bed before your anaesthesis.
Oh man, bro, the thing is, it wasn't that quick because I had blood cancer. I had two cancers technically.
Yeah.
So the first cancer I got was acute myeloid leukemia. So that's a blood cancer. There's no stages for that. It's just that you got blood cancer. Your body's killing you straight up. It's not any like foreign. It's like your own
body's
white blood cells
are
attacking your body.
Yeah.
And they're accumulating, so they're gonna cause, you know, significant damage to the interior of your body.
Yeah.
So like, it started with one chemo, right? So I did chemotherapy, and I did that chemo. They said, okay, we're gonna put you on a plan. So my idea of it, I was gonna be in the hospital like max 3 months.
Yeah.
You right? I get in, I do my chemo in that first week. That after that 2 weeks had gone by, you know what I mean, I straight sit down. I remember getting to the hospital bed and I'm like, bro, what is happening? And bro, it wasn't like they let me settle in. Nah, bro, the first day I got in, I was already on chemo.
Wow.
So it wasn't just like, oh, you're gonna chill in the hospital for a day and you acclimate and whatever. No, bro, this is okay. You come in. Okay, you'll sit down. Okay, we get the chemo. And then you're already
getting loaded
with the poison.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I was like, yeah, bruv, I'm gonna, no, bruv, this ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I remember sitting because it was
you
you
have to have that mindset, don't you?
Yeah, bruv, I was in the Royal Marsden in Sutton, so they're beautiful, wonderful, amazing, like, entertainment room for the young adults, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in this adult entertainment room and I'm chilling. I'm like, yo, I'm blessed, man. I'm playing the Xbox or whatever, watching TV, and then I'm hooked up to this chemotherapy, and it's called Flagida.
Yeah.
And this is like a particularly very aggressive, strong chemotherapy that they put on for my particular cancer.
Yeah.
And I remember just sitting there. I was like, yeah, brother, I'm blessed. All of a sudden, I start shaking. I'm like, what the? Like my body's like literally now feeling the effects of this.
Yeah.
This treatment.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I need to go to the bed, bro. And I was like, I came in at 100%, bro. When I got to that bed where I was in the hospital, I was just laying on that hospital bed, bro, I was 0. I came in at 100%. Now I'm 0, shaking, like convulsing.
Yeah.
Like I got my friend there, my mum's there. Oh yeah, I forgot that I told my mum, but like, but yeah, I was like shaking, convulsed. I was like, oh my God, and it was just a whole like experience. Like it shifted me from like, oh, this is serious, bro.
Yeah, now you know.
This is serious.
And when you told your mom, because we didn't speak about that.
Yeah.
What happened? Like
it was a whole process. So I told my auntie, I told my uncle, I told my grandparents, and like the way they respond to things are a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And then I told my best friend. Every person thought I was joking, because that's just my personality.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, yeah, I will lay it on you like straight up. It's quite straightforward. I'm like. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Well, I sugarcoat it in a kind of different way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but I told my best friend, and we literally went out to eat, and I bought him food. I was like, yeah, I got cancer, bro, and I still eating my food. He was like, bro, why do you do this? And then and then the next day, the next day I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell my mum now. And the way I tell my mum is because I was like, if I got cancer, and I just passed my license, if I got cancer, best believe I'm driving a car before I die. If I die, you know what I'm saying? So I went and bought a car. I said, Mum,
meet me outside of the flat. Right. I'm gonna be outside. Meet me there.
Right? She's like, okay, when?
3 p.m.
Put down the phone. So then I'm like, I've got this little. I went to London, and I think it was East Ham, funny enough. Yeah. I went to London. I was like, I bought this Vauxhall Corsa 2002. Yeah. I was like, yo, this is the G-Whip, bro. I felt like a G. I was like, yo, this little manual 5-speed. I was like, yo, this is sick, blood. And this is an old little Beetle looking thing. I was like, this is a bug. But I'm like, I feel cool, bro. And obviously I'm 19 years old, and my mum's waiting outside, and I'm like, and I pull on, and she's like,
Oh my God, you've got a car.
Yeah, I've got a car.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, but then obviously I got a car for a reason that she don't know about yet. So I was like, yeah, mum, hop in the car, right?
Yeah.
She hopped in the car. That's a G moment when you're like, you pick up your mum in a car, bro, and like she ain't never seen you in a car before. I was like, yo, I feel like a G right now, you know? So we hop in the car and we go somewhere in like Croydon. I'm like, oh, mum, do you want to go grab some breakfast, right? So park up somewhere, we go to this little breakfast joint in Croydon, and then, you know, I sit her down, grab some coffee, grab some food, and like we're sitting. I'm like, Mum, I got something to tell you. And she's like, what? And I think I recorded a vlog or something like this. I think I recorded it on my camera somewhere. Yeah. I'm not sure if I got it anymore, but I remember being like, yeah, so Mum, I basically got cancer. And she was just like, she didn't really react. I thought she would react crazy. Yeah. She was like, oh my God, what? What do you mean you've got cancer? I was like, yeah, Mum, I've got cancer. I think she was in shock. Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, Mum, I've got cancer. And she was like, so she seemed very happy. Yeah. Like, in a way, like very, like, you know, that subdued happiness, like trying to put a smile on.
Yeah.
And I kind of sensed that, but yeah, it was kind of like, I could tell she was just, boom.
Yeah.
Reality, your child is probably gonna pass away. Which is crazy, because, you know, funny enough, like, it was like during that time I found out that my mum was pregnant with my little sister. Okay. So it's like a weird coincidence of all these things that like kind of transpired. But yeah, that was like when I first told her, it was like a whole like, you know, moment,
and then everything slowed down.
Slowed down, you know what I'm saying? But
that's your mum, man.
It is my mum, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, it's just one of those moments, bro. You know, it's like you eventually have to say something. You have to do
of course, you have to do it. You got to do the way you got to do it with the way you are, innit? Like, if you're a joker over it, you got to do it.
I just, you know what, like, to be fair, I just say it how it is, innit? Yeah. Like, it is what it is. You know, I'm like, you can't change it. It's like just because it's a joke doesn't mean it's any less real.
That's right. So when you got you started treating you for your blood cancer.
Right.
So what happened after that? You got 2 cancers. You got blood cancer and you got a tumor.
So I got lymphoma.
Yeah.
So I had a acute lymphoblastic lymphoma as well.
Yeah.
So everything that happened with that first cancer when I'm convulsing,
Yeah.
and I was supposed to, like, I thought I was gonna be 3 months in, bruv. I did chemo once,
Yeah.
failed.
Yeah.
So it failed the first time. Like my chemo didn't work.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like it was very.
And it's aggressive as well.
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say like doing chemo is amazing. You know what I'm saying? By any means, no. The Jamaican lady in the back. Can you please call me some real chicken? First, like I said, I was looking at it like, hey, this ain't gonna be nothing. You know, this is gonna be nothing. And they say, oh really? Got me in a chokehold.
Go to sleep.
Crackhead, bro. I was a crackhead, bro. I saw my life, I was a crackhead, bro. My brain was wide awake.
Yeah.
Like a crackhead. And I'm phasing in and out of tiredness. And I look over to my left and I see this figure. And it's like
Like right in the corner. This corner is pitch black.